So this is so this is what we have seen in the last class. Like I started dictionaries, right? And we have seen how to create dictionaries. So we can create a dictionary in different ways. Now empty dictionary can be created by using curly braces. And you can create a dictionary with items. And each item in dictionary is having two things. One is a key. The other one is what here? Values. Each one is having two things. One is a key and one more is a value. Okay. And this key and values are separated with what here? Colon. Right. And dictionary can be created using dictionary comprehension, or you can create a dictionary using dictionary type. So that is to convert other iterables into what? Dictionary. Now this is for creating empty dictionary, and this is creating dictionary from existing iterable. So converting existing iterables into which type here? Dictionary type. So for that you are using dictionary type. Okay, now this is how you are working with it. So you can convert existing iterables into the dictionary. So for example, I want to convert, suppose if I want to convert list into dictionary, if I want to convert list into dictionary, I said to convert list into dictionary, the dictionary must have the items with the key and values. The dictionary must have the items with the key and values. It is like this. For example, this is the list. Okay, this is a list 1, and this list 1 should have every element in the list 1 should be a tuple. So which represent each item of the dictionary. So I said here 220 and 330 and 440 and 5 and 50. Now this is how you are trying to do it. So this is a list contain tuples. This is a list contain what here? Tuples. And each tuple represent one item. Each tuple represent this color. So each tuple represents one item here. Each tuple represents one item. Each tuple represents one item. Now this is the first item and this is second item and this is third one. And this is the fourth one and this is what here? Fifth one. So now you can convert this tuple into what here? Dictionary. List of tuples can be converted into dictionary by saying dictionary of list 1. So once you write this, so what will happen? It will convert this list into dictionary with 1 is a key and 10 is a value, 2 is a key and 20 is a value, 3 is a key and 30 is a value, 4 is a key and 40 is a value. And even 5 is a key and 50 is what is value. So it means you are trying to convert this list into dictionary. For example, I have a 2 list. Suppose, so there is a list which contain, assume that this is again creating dictionary using list. Suppose assume that I have a 2 list. So there is a list 1 with values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is a list 2 contains some 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So here I have a 2 lists. One is a list 1. I have a 2 list here. One is a list 1 and one more is what? List 2. Now using this 2 lists, I want to create dictionaries. I want to use a list 1 as a keys. I want to use a list 1 as a keys, and I want to use list 2 as what? Values. So these are two different lists. List 1 is one list and list 2 is another list. So list 1 is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List 1 is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are called as what here? Keys. And list 2 is having 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now these are called as what here? Values. So there is a keys and there is what here? Values. Now using this list 1 and list 2, I want to create a dictionary. But dictionary required, okay, two things, right? One is a key and one more is a values. So then how can I create a dictionary by taking this list 1 as a key and list 2 as values? So for that, you can use one predefined. So for that, you can use one predefined. For that, you can use one predefined function. So there is one predefined function called zip. So there is a function called zip here, and zip iterable. Okay, so there is one function. So what is the name of the function is zip and strict equal to false. So that is optional argument, but you can use. So this is optional. This is not required here. Now iterable, iterate over several iterables in parallel. So what zip function is doing is, okay, iterate over several iterables in parallel, producing tuples with an item from each one. Iterate over several iterables. Iterate over several iterables in parallel. Iterate over several iterables in parallel, producing tuples with an item from each one. Producing tuples with an item from each one. So that is done by using which function here? Zip function. Iterate over several iterables in parallel, producing tuples with an item from each one. With an item from each one. And more formally, okay, yeah, this is one more. So elaborate definition of it. Now more formally, zip returns an iterator over tuples. Zip function returns an iterator over tuples of tuples where the ith tuple contains the ith element from each of the argument iterables. So zip returns an iterator of tuples. See here, zip returns iterator of tuples where the ith tuple contains the ith element from each of the argument iterables. So iterables are nothing but collections. Every collection is called as iterable. Every collection is called as iterable, which allows to read each time one value, which allows to read, which allows to read each time one value. Every collection is called one iterable. Suppose, assume that now in this case, I have a list. In this case, I have a two list. Now there is a list 1 and there is a list 2. I have a two lists. So list 1 is there and one more is a list 2 is there. Now I want to use a list 1 values as a keys and list 2 values as a values. Then what you are doing is you are trying to use a function called zip. So zip list 1 comma list 2. When you write here zip list 1 comma list 2, what this zip function will do is it will read one value from list 1 and it will read one value from which one? List 2. It will read one value from list 1 and it will read one value from list 2 and generate one tuple with value from list 1 and value from list 2. Then again it will read one more value from list 1. It will read one more value from list 1 and read another value from list 2 and generate a tuple of iterables. Now this is 2 comma, what is that here? 20. Then it will read one more value from list 1. It read one value from list 1 and read one value from list 2 and then generate one tuple which is having 3 and this value is what here? 30. So 110 and 220 and 330 and it will generate a tuple again 4 comma 40 and next one is what? 5 comma 50. So it will generate one iterator, means it will return one iterator which contains some tuples. It will create one iterator. What this iterator is having? Some tuples. It generate one iterator, it is having some tuples. Now these tuples you can convert into which one? Dictionary. So this tuples you are converting into which one? Dictionary by using a function called, so by using a type called which one? Dictionary. Now I'm saying dictionary of zip of list 1 and list 2. Now here 1 is a key and 10 is a value, 2 is a key and 20 is a value, 3 is a key and 30 is a value, 4 is a key and 40 is a value, and 5 is a key and 50 is what again? Value. So but assume that list 1 is having 3 values and list 2 is having 5 values. Okay, list 1 is having 3 values, but list 2 is having how many values? 5 values. Then it will generate the tuples. It will generate the tuples until shortest path is shortest list is exists. Shortest means it will stop when there is a shortest elements is which iterable is having less number of elements, it will stop there. Suppose if it is list 1 is having 3, then it will stop at what? 3. If the list 2 is having 3, then it will stop at what? 3. Suppose list 1 is having 5, but list 2 is having only 3, then it will generate the tuples of how many here? 3. So when the shortest iterable is exhausted, it will generate this. Okay, it will generate this when the shortest iterable is what? Exhausted. Okay. Yes. Yeah, by default. So it is like this. By default, zipper stops when the shortest iterable is, by default zipper. So by default zip stops when the shortest iterable is what? Exhausted. It will ignore the remaining items in the longer iterables, cutting off the result to the length of the shortest iterable. By default zip function, by default zip functions here, by default zip stops when the shortest iterable is what? Exhausted. When the shortest iterable is exhausted, it will ignore the remaining items in the longer iterables, cutting off the result to the length of the shortest iterable. Length of the shortest iterable. Now that is done by, so that is done by which function here? Zip function. By default zip stops when the shortest iterable is what? Exhausted. It will ignore the remaining items in the longer iterables, cutting off the result to the length of the shortest iterable. Okay. Yes, this is what zip will do here. Okay. So this is very much useful if you want to generate or if you want to merge. If you want to generate or if you want to merge two different iterables and generate one iterator, then you can go for which one here? Zip function. You can go for which one here? Zip function. For example, I'm trying to say some Z1 equal to zip. I said range of 1 comma 6. Now this will generate how many values? 5 values. I'm saying range of 10 comma 60, 10 comma 60 comma 10. And this is also generate how many values? 5 values. So what this zip will to do is, it will take one value from range 1. It will take one value from what? Range 2 and generate one tuple. Take one value from range 1 and take one value from what? Range 2 and generate one tuple. You can use for. So for x in, x is a variable and z1 is what here? Zip. So x is nothing but, now zip will generate each time one tuple. Now if you see the x here, x is having 110, 220, 330, 440 and 550. So it is taken one value from range 1. It is taken one value from what? Range 2 and generated one tuple. So first tuple is having 1 comma 10 and second one is having 2 comma 20. Third one is having 3 comma 30 and 4 comma 40 and 5 comma 50. Okay. So in the same way, I want to create a dictionary. So I want to create a dictionary by using range. Now I'm saying zip of range 1 comma 6. Okay, now this is called as a keys and range 10 comma 60 comma 10. This is called as which one? Values. Now if you see the dictionary, now dictionary is having, so one is a key. Now the range, first range is taken as keys and second range is taken as what? Values. Because this zip will generate iterator which contain the tuples, value from first iterable and value from second iterable, value from first iterable and value from second iterable. For example, this is a roll number list. Okay, assume that this is a roll number list. So roll number list is having roll numbers and there is another list called names list. So names list is having names, roll number list is having roll numbers and names list is having names. A roll number list is having roll numbers and names list is having names. So these are the names. Now I want to generate a dictionary by using roll numbers as a keys and names as what? Values. I want to generate a dictionary with roll numbers as a keys and names as what? Values. Then how can I do that? Now suppose student dictionary. Student dictionary equal to dictionary of, I'm using which function here? Zip. Now I'm trying to say roll number list. Take roll number list as a keys and take the names list as what here? Values. Take roll number list as a keys and names list as a values. Now if you say student dictionary, which is having roll number as a key, which is having roll number as a key and name is a value. Again, roll number as a key and name is what? Value. Okay, now if you want to convert, non-map collections, if you want to convert like list, tuple, sets to the dictionary, you have to take the help of which function here? Zip function. You have to take the help of one function. And what is the name of that function here? Zip. So zip, it followed by iterables. Iterate over several iterables in parallel, producing tuples with an item from each one. So more formal is zip returns iterator of tuples, where the ith tuple contains the ith element from each of the argument iterables. By default, zip stops when the shortest iterable is what? Exhausted. It will ignore the remaining items in the longer iterables, cutting off the result to the length of the shortest iterable. So that is what will happen. If you have a multiple if you have a multiple, suppose list 1 is having 3 values and list 2 is having 10 values. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and there is one more value called 100. So list 1 is having 2 values and list 2 is having how many values? Yeah, list 1 is having 3 values and list 2 is having list 2 is having how many values? 100, 10 values. Now I want to convert. I want to convert. So what I want to do is I want to convert. So what I want to do is I want to convert this list 1 and list 2 into dictionary. So again, you are taking the help of which function? Zip function. Zip of list 1 comma list 2. So what will happen here is now dictionary 1 contain how many items here? 3 items. Because it will stop when the shortest iterable is exhausted. So within this list 1 and list 2, which one is the shortest? List 1 is the shortest. Then it will stop at which one here? List 1. Means how many times? How many times it will read it? Only 3 times. How many times it will read it? Only 3 times because the list 1 is having how many values? 3 values. Okay. Yes. So this is how you try to convert other iterables into which type here? Dictionary type. Other iterables into dictionary type. Okay. Now this is how you create a dictionary. Then how to read? How to read elements? How to read elements or items? How to read elements or items from? How to read elements or items from dictionary? How can you read the elements or items from dictionary? Now, dictionary is a key-based collection. Dictionary is a key-based collection. You can read the elements from dictionary in different ways. So we can read items or elements. We can read items or elements from dictionary in different ways. From different ways here. The first one is now dictionary is a key-based collection. You can read it by using which one? Key. Using key. You can read it by using which one? Key. So because dictionary is a key base and you can read and write it. Dictionary is a key base and you can read and write it by using what? Keys. Now you can read it. You can read it dictionary methods like you can use a method called get item. Now get item method of dictionary. You can use get item method of dictionary. Get item method of dictionaries. You can read it by using iterator or using dictionary views. You can read it by using dictionary views, and there is a different types of views are there like key views. Okay, there is a values views and there is item views. Now you can read the content of dictionary in different ways. Now there are 4 approaches are there. First one is using keys and second one is get item method of dictionary and third one is using dictionary views, and there is a different types of views are there like key views, values views and item views, and these dictionary views are introduced in Python 3.9 version. Okay, these dictionary views are introduced in Python 3.9 version, but before Python 3.9 there is only 3 approaches, that is using keys, using key and get item, and one more is what? For loop. So you can read the content of the dictionary in different ways. One is using key and second one is get item method of dictionary And third one is dictionary views. There are three views are there. That is key view, values view, and what? Items view. Now, for example, first one is I want to read values from dictionary. You can read the values from dictionary using which one here? Key. You can read the values from dictionary using the key. For example, assume that there is a sales dictionary. Assume that there is a sales dictionary, and what sales dictionary is having? Sales. Now the key is, assume that key is a year, the key is a year, and sales is a value. Okay, key is a year, and sales is what year? Value. And key is a year, and the sales is what year? Value. Now there is a sales dictionary which contain the sales, and each item contain how many values here? Two values. So each item is having how many values? Two values. Now here key is nothing but what? The key is nothing but what here? Here. And sales is what here? Value. So here is a key and sales is a value. Now I want to read the sales of 2021. I want to read the sales of which one? 2021. Then how can I read the sales of 2021? So by using key. Now I'm saying sales equal to sales dictionary of which one? 2021. So what is this 2021 here? Key. So you are trying to read the value. You are trying to read the value by using which one? Key. So what is the value of sales here? What is the sales? What is the sales of 2021? Some 90,000. What is the sales of 2021? 90,000. If I say print sales, what is the value of sales here? 90,000. What is the value of sales here? 90,000 is the sales of the year 2021. I want to know the sales of 2019, right? So I'm trying to say sales dictionary of 2019. I'm trying to say sales dictionary of 2019. So what is this 2019 is called here? This 2019 is called as what again? Key. This 2019 is called as what again? Key. And you are trying to print it. What you are trying to print here? Sales. So what is the sales of 2019? 50,000, right? So what is the sales of 2019 here? 50,000. Now if I'm trying to say sales equal to sales dictionary of some 20, okay, 2018. I'm saying sales dictionary of 2018, but is it any key called 2018 here? No. Then what will happen? It will generate which error? Key error. Because is it any key called 2018? No. There's no key called which one? 2018. Then immediately it is generated which error? Key error. If the keys exist, then it returns the value of that key. If the keys exist, it will return the value of that key. If the keys not exist, then it generates which error? Key error. If the keys exist, it returns the value of that key. If the keys not exist, then it generates which error? Key error. So it will generate the key error. Right? So just try to understand now. This is reading it by using the keys. You can read the values from dictionary. Okay, you can read values from dictionary using you can read the values from dictionary using keys. Okay, for example, there is a users dictionary. The users dictionary is having user name, Users dictionary is having username and password. Now this is a username and this is a password. Now username is a string and password is also string, right? Now this is a username and this is what here password. And this is a username and this is what here password, right? So how many users are there in dictionary? 3 users. Now here username is a key and password is a value. Username is a key and password is a value. Username is a key and password is a value. Okay. So username is a key and password is a value. Username is a key, password is a value. Username is a key and password is what? Value. Okay. Suppose I'm developing a login. Login, now these are the users, those who are registered. So with my application, how many users are registered? 3 users. So I'm developing which application here? Login application. So this is which one here? Login. This is a login. In the login, what I'm doing is I'm trying to input username by saying input. Okay, input, what is that? Username. Input username. Okay, I read the username. And then I try to read which one? Password. I read the username as well as what? Password. Okay. Then I have to verify, is it this username is exist in the dictionary or not? If the username is exist, I should read the password of that user. If the username is exist, I should read the password of that user and verify whether input password equal to what? Existing password. If the input password equal to existing password, you have to say welcome. Otherwise, you have to say invalid username or password, right? So first you have to verify, is it this input username is exist in the dictionary or not? How can you verify, is it input username is exist in the dictionary or not? By using which operator? In operate. So in is for searching or not? Yes. So I want to know whether this username is in, I want to know whether this username in what? Users dictionary. Is it this username is exist in users dictionary? If the username is exist in users dictionary, you have to read what? If this username is exist in user dictionary, you have to read what? Password of this user, right? You have to read the password of this particular user. Then I'm saying P equal to users dictionary of which one? Username. So what is this username here? Key. For example, I entered the username as a Naresh. What is the username I entered? Naresh. And what is the password I entered? Some N123. So first it will search, is it this username is there in the dictionary? So what is the value of username? Naresh. Is it Naresh is there inside a user dictionary? Yes. Then what you are doing? Users dictionary. Naresh is there in users dictionary, right? Then you have to read which one? Password. How you are reading the password? Using what? Key. User dictionary of Users dictionary of, what is this? Username. What is the value of username? Naresh. What is the value of username? Naresh. Now users dictionary of which one? Naresh. What is Naresh here? Key. And what is the value of this key? N123. N123. Then I'm verifying it. If password of Naresh is equal to input password, password of Naresh equal to input password, I'm trying to say format, username, welcome. Format username, welcome. Otherwise, I'm trying to say invalid what? Password. Otherwise, I'm saying invalid what? User name. Invalid user name. If it is exists, now dictionary is having existing users. What dictionary is having existing users? Dictionary is having existing now username, input username. Now username is Naresh and password is N123. Now you can see Naresh, welcome. Now username is Suresh and password is S321. Now you can say Suresh, welcome. Okay, so username is Rajesh and some 456. Is it this user is exist or not exist? Not exist. Okay, username is Kishore. Username is it this user is exist? No, this user also not exist. Invalid username. Username is Naresh and password is XYZ. So is it valid password or invalid? Invalid. So there is a message invalid password. But how you are reading the value from the dictionary? You can read the value from dictionary using, you read the value from dictionary using what? Key. You read the value from the dictionary using what? Key. So what is the key here? Username. And what is the value here? Password. Key is a username and value is a password. So this is how you read values from the dictionary. So if you want to read values from dictionary, you take the help of keys. If you want to read the values from dictionary, okay, if you want to read values from the dictionary, what you are trying to do is you are trying to take the help of keys. You are taking the help of keys. Okay, for example, grade dictionary is a suppose student grade dictionary. So there is one dictionary. What is a dictionary here? Student grade dictionary. So what student grade dictionary is having? The student grade dictionary is having yeah, student grade dictionary is having okay, assume that. So this is having the name of the student. Name of the student is a key and grade is a value. Name of the student is a key. Name of the student is a key and grade is a value. And name of the student is a key and grade is a value. Name of the student is a key and grade is what here? Value. Name of the student is a key and then grade is what here? Value. Now this is a dictionary contain some 5 students. I want to know what is the grade of Ramesh. I want to know what is the grade of Ramesh. Then I'm saying here grade equal to grade dictionary of who is this? Ramesh. What is a Ramesh here? Key. What is a Ramesh here? Cree. Now print grade. What is a grade is given? C language. So C grade. What is a grade is given? C grade. In the same way, grade equal to grade dictionary of, grade dictionary of, I want to know the grade of some Kishore. Now what is the grade of Kishore here? Some B grade. But how you are reading it? You are reading it using which one? Keys. How you are reading this value by using key. If the key is not there, it generates which error? Key error. I'm trying to say great dictionary of some Raman, right? Great dictionary of Raman. But is it this is there or not there? Not there. Then it generates which error? Key error. So there is an error. What is this error? Key error. Because the value Raman is not exist. The key Raman is not exist, so it generates which error? Key error. So always you read values from the dictionary using what? Keys. But before reading the value from the dictionary using key, you can verify is it that key is exist or not. You can verify that keys exist or not by using which operator? In operator. So by default, in operator verifies what inside the dictionary? Key. It will search for the key. In operator will search for what? Key. In operator, what in operator will do is it will search for the key. If the key is there, it will return true. If the key is not exist, it will return false. If the keys exist, it will return true. If the keys not exist, it will return false. If the keys exist, it will return true. If the keys not exist, it will return false. Okay. Then this is one way of reading the things from the dictionary. And second one is by using a method called which one? Get item. Dictionary is providing one predefined method. Dictionary is providing one predefined method. And what is that method is? Some get item. Yeah, get item or get. Sorry. Now this is the second one here. Now second one is using get. So dictionary is provided one method called which one? Get. Dictionary is provided one method called here get. So there is one method called what here? Get. So get followed by which one? Key, then followed by default. So here, suppose if the key is not there in the dictionary, if the key is not there in the dictionary, then it raises which error? Key error. If you are trying to read by using first approach, if you are trying to read it using first approach, if the key is not there in the dictionary, it will generate which error here? Key error. But when it comes to the get method of dictionary, if the key is not there in the dictionary, you can return which value? Default value. Now that is to avoid which error? Key error. So return the value for key if the key is in the dictionary. So yeah, return the value for key if the key is in the dictionary. Else return what here? Default. If default is not given, it defaults to what here? None. What is the value of default here? None. What is the value of default here? None. So that this method never rises which error here? Key error. This method will never rise error called which one? Key error. So return the value for key if key is in the dictionary, else default. If default is not given, it defaults to what here? None. So that this method never rises which error? Key error. Okay, key error. It never rises key error if the key is not there, right? If the key is not exist, it will return none. For example, You have a products dictionary. Assume that there is a products dictionary. So product dictionary is having product name. So product name is a key. Product name is a key and price is a value. Product name is a key and price is what here? Value. So this is a product name and this is a price of the, yes. So this is a product name. Okay, this is a product name and this you can call it as which one? Price. Now the product dictionary is having pair of values. One is a key and one more is a value. So product names are the keys and product values are what? Values. Product names are the keys and product values are the values, right? Now I want to know the price of mouse. I want to know the price of mouse. Then I'm trying to say price equal to product dictionary of which product? Mouse. So product dictionary of mouse and this is the price of the mouse. So I want to know the price of the monitor. I'm trying to say price equal to, I'm saying product dictionary of which one? Monitor. Product dictionary of monitor, then it written price of the monitor. Suppose I want to know the price of some disk. I want to know the price of which one here? Disk. But is it any item called disk in the products dictionary? No. Then what will happen? It will rise key error? No. If suppose if I'm using this approach, it generates which error? Key error. But instead of using this approach, I'm using one method called which one? Get. I'm using one method called which one? Get. So get, in this approach, if it is there, it will return. But in this approach, if it is there, it will return. But if it is not there, what it returns? None. Now, will it rise any key error in this case? No, because I used which method here? Get method. So what is the price is written? None. Suppose if the price is none, means is it this item is exist or not exist? Not exist. Suppose if I'm writing price equal to products dictionary dot get. I want to know the price of which one? Mouse. Is it mouse is there or not? Yes. Then if I say print price, this is the price of the mouse. Getting on it. Okay. So this method never rises which error? Key error. This method never rises key error. If I'm saying price equal to products dictionary dot get. So price equal to products dictionary dot get. I can give the default value. Suppose I'm searching for the pen. What is that item? Pen is exist or not exist? Not exist. But I want to return a default value as what? 0. In the place of none, what it returns here? 0. In the place of none, it will return the 0. If you don't give the default value, what is the default value? None. If you don't give the default value, what is the default value? None. But the default value can change to any other value or not? Yes. So if this key is not there, then it will return the value called 0. Now this is used to avoid. Which error? Key error. So it will not raise any key error if you are using which method? Get method. It will not raise any key error if you are using get method. Okay. So this is another way of reading. This is another way of reading value from. This is reading value from dictionary. This is another way of reading values from dictionary. Now you can also read it You can also read it by using which one? Dictionary views. You can also use it by using dictionary view methods. Now I can view the dictionary in three ways. I can view the dictionary in three ways. Now dictionary views, dictionary view objects, dictionary view objects. The objects written by these methods. The objects written by these methods. The objects written by dictionary dot keys. The objects written by dictionary dot keys. The objects written by dictionary dot keys, dictionary dot values, dictionary dot items. The objects written by dictionary dot keys, dictionary dot values, and dictionary dot items are called which objects here? View objects. They provide a dynamic view on the dictionary's entries, which means that when the dictionary changes, the view reflect that changes. Now I want to read only keys. I want to read keys from the dictionary. Then how can I read the keys from dictionary? By using dictionary dot keys. I want to read values from the dictionary. Then how can I read only values from dictionary? By using which method? Values method. I want to read the key and values from the dictionary. How can I read the key and values from the dictionary? By using the method called which one? Items. Okay, now dictionary is having how many views here? Three views. That is a key views, values views, and one more is what? Items view. Our view objects, they provide dynamic view on the dictionary. It means if there is any changes done in the dictionary, that changes will reflect toward views. If any changes done in the dictionary, that changes will reflect to the views. For example, if you take this is one dictionary. Okay, assume that this is a dictionary. Assume that this is some course dictionary which contain the course name and the fees. Okay, assume that this is a course dictionary which contain the course name and fees. Now assume that this is a course name. So these are the course names here. These are different courses here. So these are different courses. Okay, assume that. Now this you can call it as values. So this is a values. Okay, these are which one here? Values. Okay, assume that these are some values. Now there is a key and there is also which one? Value. Now these are called as a keys and these are called as which one? Values. I want to read the courses. For example, in dictionary, this is course dictionary, right? This is a course dictionary. This is a dictionary. Courses dictionary. What courses dictionary contain? The name of the course and the fees of that particular course. Name of the course and fees of the course. Now suppose I want to read the list of courses. I want to read what? List of courses. Means I want to read the keys. How can I read the keys from the dictionary? I can read the keys from the dictionary by using which one? One method is there. What is that method? Courses dictionary. Courses dictionary dot. Courses dictionary dot. What I can write here? Keys. Courses dictionary dot keys. Now courses dictionary dot keys method written. Courses dictionary dot keys method returns. Courses dictionary dot keys method returns which one? Dictionary of keys. It will return dictionary of keys. It will return the keys. Now how many keys are there? Java, Python, C++, C and Oracle. Now suppose I want to read the values. For example, I want to read the values. Values are nothing but what here? Fees. And how can I read the values from the dictionary? I can read the values from dictionary by saying courses dictionary dot courses dictionary dot courses dictionary dot values. If you are writing courses dictionary dot values, it will return what? Dictionary of values. Courses dictionary dot keys will return dictionary of keys. Courses dictionary dot values will return dictionary of values. Okay, now this will read only the fees and this will read only the course names. But I want to read both. I want to read both. I want to read both key and key as well as what? Value. I want to read key as well as what? Value. Then how can you read the key and values? Okay, now you can read the key and values by saying courses dictionary dot courses dictionary dot what is that here? Items. So we are trying to read the key and values by using courses dictionary dot what? Items. So that will return the key and one more is what? Values. That will return the key and what is that? Value. Now that is written by courses dictionary dot items. Now this item will return tuples. This item will return what? Tuple. Okay, list of tuples which contain it will return a tuple which contain the key. It will return the tuple which is having the key and having which one? Value. Now that is written by using a method called which one? Items. Now you can read only the keys from the dictionary. You can read only the values from the dictionary. You can read the key and values from the dictionary. You can read the keys from the dictionary. You can read the values from the dictionary. You can read the key and value from the dictionary. So for that, dictionaries provided different methods like keys, values, and one more is what? Items. One is a keys and second one is values and one more is called as which one? Items. Now these are different methods it provide to read the keys from the dictionary, to read values from the dictionary, and to read the key and values from the dictionary. To read key and values from the dictionary, right? Let us see this one. But this will return, all these methods will return what? Which objects? View objects. All this method return which object? View objects. And these view objects are iterators. These view objects are what? Iterators where you can read each time one value. These view objects are iterators where we can read each time one value. For example, suppose so for example, there is a dictionary 1 and dictionary 1 equal to dictionary of zip. I'm trying to use range 1 comma 6 and comma range 10 comma 60, 10 comma 60 comma 6, 10. Now this is a dictionary which is having pair of values. Now this range is used as a keys and this range is used as what? Values. Okay. Now this range is used as a keys and values. Now I try to print dictionary 1. Dictionary 1. So I try to print dictionary 1. Now once you run the dictionary, now there is a key 1 and values 10. Key 2 and values 20. And key 3 and values are 30. And key 4 and values are 40. And key 5 and values what here? 50. Now what I want to do is, I want to read the keys. I want to read what? Keys from the dictionary. I'm trying to say some k equal to dictionary 1 dot. What is that? Keys. Now this will return the keys from the dictionary. Now this is a dictionary of keys. And how many keys are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to read the values from the dictionary. I can say dictionary 1 dot values. So it will read the values from the dictionary of values. It will return dictionary of values. Now these are the values from the dictionary. I want to read items from the dictionary. I'm saying dictionary one dot items, and this will return. This will return what here? Items from the dictionary, which is having dictionary of items having the key and values. Now you can read each time one key. I can say key in K. K is nothing but dictionary of keys. From dictionary of keys, each time I'm reading one key. From dictionary of keys, each time I'm reading one key. From dictionary of keys, each time I'm reading one key and I'm printing it. Each time I'm reading one key from dictionary of keys. What is the first key? One. Suppose from dictionary of values, I want to read each time one value. From dictionary of values, I want to read each time one value. Now read all the values from the dictionary of values. From dictionary of items, I want to read each time one item. So for item in I and printer, what I'm printing here, item. So from dictionary of values, I read each time one value. From dictionary of items, I read each time one item. From dictionary of values, I read each time one value. From dictionary of items, I read each time one what? Item. So this item is a tuple which contain the key and values. So if you do changes in the dictionary, that changes will reflect to what here? View objects also. If you do changes in dictionary, that changes will reflect to which object? Dictionary object, because view objects are dynamic. View objects are what here? Dynamic. View objects. View objects are what here? Dynamic. So when you are saying it is dynamic, whenever there is a changes done in the dictionary, that changes reflect to which object? View objects. Whenever there is a changes done in the dictionary, that changes are reflect to which object? View objects. Whenever there is a changes done in the dictionary, that changes will reflect to which object? View object. Now that is what you mean by dynamic. Okay, that is the meaning of what here? Dynamic. Okay, right now this is how you read content of the dictionary in different ways. Now I said how to read by using key, and second one is using get method of dictionary, and third one is using dictionary view objects, and you can also read it by using which one? For loop. So dictionaries are very much useful. For example, if you take shopping cart, okay, if you take shopping cart is a dictionary. In application development, shopping cart is what? Dictionary. What it contain? The products and quantity. Product is a key and quantity is what? Value. So is it duplicate products are allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Duplicate quantities are allowed, but duplicate product names are not allowed. If you take your phone book is a dictionary. If you take your phone book is a dictionary, duplicate names are not allowed, but duplicate numbers are allowed. Okay, so in application development, this dictionary is very much useful. In application development, this dictionary is very much useful. Dictionaries, and one more is a list. So tomorrow we'll see more on this, like how to work with the dictionaries, right? So today we'll stop it here and tomorrow we'll continue this, right? Thank you.